You'll have to excuse me that I'm a little bit late. I've been so like glued to the screen on my left right now. Basically, I'm like if you've been on this channel before, you know I'm a very passionate football fan, and my team is in massive danger basically, and I have to keep track of of the score in games surrounding them. So I'll just have it on in the background there. I'm not gonna be bothered about it. Maybe the light will flicker a bunch. I've just been so glued to that screen, and I kind of forgot about the time. It's almost halftime, and then I can turn it off. But I just need to keep an eye keep an eye there while we're gonna get to the voting here. 1986, we've got 85 voters so far. Let's see, 89 even now. We got four more since I last checked. Here they are, all of them. As always, I ended up being very late in the votings, but yeah, we've got everyone else up here. Jaden is the first voter, as you will notice later. I'm not gonna sit here and go through like all of the names like I did yesterday. I can't be bothered. But please, if you know already that you've voted twice and like you've submitted twice, please let me know before we start watching the results because I don't want to go back later and have to delete people and stuff like that. I hope everyone just kind of follow the rules as they should. No one messed around with their votes. Um, a little bit interesting how we have 89 voters but only 52 viewers right now, but hopefully everyone can come along in after a while. Still 89 voters. I guess we're gonna basically start the voting pretty damn soon. We've actually like dropped the amount of voters by every like by the two last watch-alongs. We've dropped the amount of voters who wanted to vote basically. So I guess the interest in Eurovision has died down just a little bit since since after the final one. Um, like since the 2023 final happened, of course. But I'm happy that all of you are here coping with the lack of regular Eurovision content here by doing the older Eurovision sessions. Um, I hope you also enjoyed. Like I've been struggling to know like what kind of music to play in the intermissions and such between the when before the stream start and after. I feel like during the watch-alongs I'll just play some songs that were released in that year. But I'm thinking for these voting videos, I think I figured I'll play some songs that have done well in our previous voting. So now you've been just hopefully vibing with some songs that have obviously done well, so they're very well liked within this community. I hope you enjoyed them. I think all of them have finished in the top 5 in our votings before. And if the song is on Spotify, I was thinking we're gonna play the winner after the stream ends. But all songs are not on Spotify. But maybe I can find it somewhere else. So we just listen to the winner for a finale. I just have to remember the fact that we're gonna do that. But yeah, okay, we got one more voter in there. Buvka Maslana, you're the final one now because we're gonna watch the results. Um, let's see. We got the fast mode on. And yeah, 90 voters. Let's see. Preview the scoreboard. We're gonna do it right here. And yeah, let's just make sure that everything looks good for the stream as well. I'll zoom in a little bit. I can zoom in even more. That looks, looks perfect. I'm just gonna drag it down a little so it's actually like a bit more symmetrical, I guess. Let's actually remove that as well. So like put it like that or something like that. Don't ignore me. Okay, what am I not supposed to ignore? What do you want? WLGT. Stop spamming. What do you want? Don't ignore you. I'm not ignoring you. What else am I gonna what am I supposed to read? Like I'm not reading the chat all the time. What am I supposed to read? Let me know now. We're gonna start the voting. Just, that's what we're gonna do. Let's go. 1986. Everything. What? Can I still vote? Oeug. How fast will you vote? No, you're not. Sorry. You just missed it. You just missed it. Or did you? Oeug. How many minutes do you need? You get 1 minute. Sorry, Jaden. We've already got spoiled with your first votes. Oeug. Get your votes in now. Now. Spot on just this second. We're waiting for him. Or her. We're waiting. I'm feeling generous today. We're waiting. We can wait 1 more minute. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Oh, we got 91 voters now. Who else got in? Cosmic Summers, you were gonna miss it. Unless Ueug wrote that I should wait for him or her. So good for you as well, Cosmic Summers. You got in just at the right time. Okay, hurry up. I want to get to this. Oh, it's half time here, so I can turn the TV off now anyway. Um, Forget my votes. Hodgepodge says. Hodgepodge, are you Jaden? Because in that case, I've learned something new today. I didn't really pay attention to them, so I've forgotten them. Don't you worry. Think the stream has a 30-second delay? You don't say. It absolutely has a 30-second delay. That's how streaming works, you know. Can't all go out in real time. Moniagapi is not stuck in my head now. Yeah, mine too. It's constantly playing in my head as well now. Semich, is that you? Oegu, or is this another person who managed to get in? Come on, the delay is on purpose. I don't like. It's not even on purpose. I just went with the default settings for streaming, and this is the delay that comes with it. Um, should we like? We can't wait for this person any longer. I'm guessing maybe Semich is that person. Yeah, we can't wait longer now, surely. Okay, there we go. Let's go. Hey ho, let's go. Folklore and rock and roll. Alright, here we go. Jaden, your votes coming in once more. Oh wait, Stonks Callahan, how can you reveal your identity? I thought Genghis Khan was actually the real Genghis Khan. Stonks, you messed it up. Sorry. Jaden, your first points. Welcome. 8 points to Ireland. Okay, you just love seeing me suffer, don't you? 10 for Israel, and the first 12 to Luxembourg. Interesting start, unexpected start, I would say. A lot of the songs that I would assume to be at the top were not in those votes. Here is Zachary Herbert Wallace, our second voter. 10 points to Austria, and the 12 goes to Belgium. So Luxembourg, Austria, Belgium currently the top three. Can't say I expected that. ESC Fan France from Mauritania, our next voter. Belgium now up into the lead. Ireland gets 8 for some reason. 10 to Luxembourg. Luxembourg's doing well so far. And the 12 to Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia moves up into third. Still early days, of course. Reingan, who is apparently from St. Lucia now. Portugal got points. Like, everyone's already gotten points. 4 voters in. Wonderful to see. Big points for Israel and Switzerland here. And the 12 goes to Belgium, who moves up into the lead. Who's next? Styro from Moldova. I definitely have Monoyagapi stuck in my head right now. Yeah, I can't get it out. Spain got 8 points there, 10 for Switzerland, and the 12 goes to Sweden. Sweden was very far down there until now, up on the top half now. Sanomi Sespava, a returning voter, of course. A lot of points on the right side of the scoreboard. Some moving up on the left side. Switzerland gets 8, 10 for Sweden, and the 12 to Yugoslavia, up into 4th, tied for 3rd even. And next is I Have No Idea, from America. Denmark up on the top half now. Norway gets 8 points there. Norway's very far down as well so far. Turkey gets 10, that's massive, and 12 points to Belgium, moving 1 point ahead of Switzerland. Ivanik, our next voter. France making moves at the bottom. United Kingdom getting some big points. 10 points to Finland. And the 12 to Cyprus. Wonderful to see. Cyprus already gotten way more points than they got in real life, of course. Syed from Pakistan. First points there, a lot of them on the left side of the scoreboard. In fact, all of them. Norway gets 8, 10 for Yugoslavia, and the 12 goes to Belgium, who moves up in the lead again. 6 points ahead of Switzerland and 11 points ahead of Sweden at the moment. Jacob, our next voter. Portugal still in the single digits. Everyone else already up in the doubles. I feel like the voting pattern is more widespread already in this one. 12 points to Spain there, moves up into 5th. So we got a top 5 of Belgium, Sweden, Switzerland, Turkey, and Spain at the moment. Can't say I expected that one. But I'm very fond of all of them, so lovely to see in my book. 8 points to Sweden, 10 points to Luxembourg, moves up into 6th there, and the 12 from Salem goes to Yugoslavia, who's now up into 4th. All those who voted for Sweden, you are all living on a prayer. Really, huh? Asterios, Justice for Elpida. Yeah, you gave 7 points there. It's 8 points to Spain, 10 for Sweden, and the 12 goes to Switzerland. Next up, Jeffrey from the Netherlands. These are the first points. And 8 points goes to Switzerland. 10 for Sweden, who moves up into the lead. Alipan will love that. And 12 points to Cyprus, who is now top 5. Cyprus is doing much better in this voting than in the real life, of course. One can absolutely say. Big gap being put down to Portugal in last place at the moment. It's very much on its own down there. Alexander gives 10 points to the UK, and the 12 goes to Yugoslavia, up into 4th again. Children, nightmare. Yeah, that's what we've seen today. A lot of points on the right side of the scoreboard. Portugal getting some big ones. Still stuck at the bottom, though. Iceland gets 8, 10 for Cyprus, and the 12 to Yugoslavia. A lot of songs at the top there getting nothing. Andy seems very upset with Belgium getting points. Can't say that I think it's... I mean, I disagree with you, Andy, but hey ho, it's the way it is. Very close at the top right now. Oh my god, I love this. Look at this. 16 voters in. Austria gets the 12 there. 16 voters in. Look at the top 4. It's 1 point separating each place. 87, 86, 85, 84. I love seeing that. Tommy puts Switzerland up at the very top now for a little while. Sweden gets ahead though. 10 to Belgium, so we have a tie for the lead at the moment, and the 12 goes to Turkey, who moves up into 6th ahead of Spain there. Next up, Yanis from France. 1 point to... Oh, Denmark's very far down. I haven't even noticed. They obviously finished like 6th in real life, I think. Very far down. Cyprus gets 10 points there, and the 12 goes to Switzerland, who's now... Oh, I love this battle for the lead. It's absolutely wonderful. Look at that. It's switching all the time. Turtle from America, our next voter, and we have a massive tie, both for second to last and last. Sweden gets 10 points, still, a tie at the top, wonderful. And 12 points to Norway, moves ahead of Luxembourg for 8th. Next up, Hugo. Let's see where these points land. A bit all over, but most of them on the left side. Portugal making massive moves, like a lot of songs on 24 points at the moment. 8 for Denmark, 10 to Switzerland, and the 12 to Sweden, who is now up in the lead, 5 points ahead of Switzerland and Belgium, who tie for second at the moment. Life is music, I'm a composer. Oh, classic. I'm very fond of Still Breathing, I gotta be honest with you. 8 points to Valentino there, Spain up into 5th, Luxembourg gets 10, and the 12 goes to Switzerland, who is now back up in the lead. It's shifting all the time, and I'm loving it. So Genghis Khan, whose real identity is Stonks, because he revealed himself, or unfortunately, I'm still living in the bubble that the real Genghis Khan is who gave Iceland 12 points there. Iceland moves up into the top half, or top side of the bottom half, basically. 11th place for the moment. Declan M is our next voter. We got 8 points for Germany, 10 for Luxembourg, Something at the top is getting blanked. Sweden's getting blanked. Switzerland is pulling away. Switzerland has a pretty big gap at the moment, but can change very fast. Bluebell is our next voter. A lot of points at the bottom there. France moving ahead of some songs. Switzerland gets 8. A 10 for Denmark. And the 12 goes to Spain. Spain putting some distance down to the outside the top 5, basically. The entire top 5 in the triple digits after 24 voters. Tom is our next voter from Norway. Sweden gets 8. Belgium gets 10. And the 12 goes to Switzerland again. Switzerland is doing very well. It's nice to see. Maybe Switzerland are in for their first win in our voting sessions. We'll find out. Chris ST from Czechia, our next voter. Belgium gets 8 points there. 10 points to Portugal, which is pretty huge for them. And the 12 to Denmark, which puts them up on the top half. Denmark's been making pretty big moves since I last saw them, at the very bottom earlier. Ricardo from Portugal up next. 8 points for Cyprus, puts it into the triple digits. Luxembourg also with the 10 there. And the 12 goes to Switzerland again. Switzerland looks like it's, it has a firm grip on this at the moment. Amrod Kulnamo. Turkey closing in on that triple digit as well. France up on 36. 10 points to Belgium. And the 12 goes to Finland. Massive. Finland moves up into 14th there on 48 points. Next up is Cheburashka. Some big points for both Portugal and France there at the bottom. Turkey gets 8. 10 for Yugoslavia. And the 12 goes to Cyprus, which is huge for them. Cyprus up into 5th now. And No Name is our next voter. Voter number 30. First points there. France moves ahead of Israel. Got 8 points for Spain. 10 for Norway, who's now in the hundreds. And the 12 goes to Switzerland again. Are they going to run away with it? 40 points ahead now. Still early days. We're a third of the way through. But it's got a firm grip on the lead. Norway gets ahead of Turkey there. Turkey moves back ahead though, up into 7th. Luxembourg now up into 5th. And the 12 to Belgium, who's closing a little bit at the top. Just a little. Jörn from Bosnia-Herzegovina. Switzerland with another 7 there. We have 8 points for Turkey. Oh, we have 3 songs on 120 points. 10 points to Yugoslavia and the 12 to Belgium. Belgium steadily crawling back a little bit closer again. Tibor up next. Some points on the right side of the scoreboard there. A few small ones on the left. 8 points to Germany there. A 10 for Spain. And the 12 goes to Austria. Massive for Austria down there. The entire top 4 getting nothing there. And Feurion is our next voter. Also from Germany. Belgium getting 4. 8 points to Norway there. It's a very tight battle from 6th to 9th as well. Just separated by 2 points. Turkey gets 12 there though. So puts itself ahead of the rest there a little bit. Up into 5th. And Charlie from Kiribati is our next voter. Netherlands and Ireland are definitely glued to the bottom a little bit. They are falling a bit behind the rest. Spain gets 10 there, moves ahead of Yugoslavia up for 4th now, and Turkey does the same. Yugoslavia has lost out a little bit to Turkey and Spain there. My grandma is back up voting, of course. Let's see what my grandma likes. Finland, 8 points there, 10 points for Belgium, and the 12 to Sweden. Sweden's fallen quite far behind Belgium at the moment. It was very close there early, around 20 voters or so, but we've started to get some gaps here and there. Eric, the next one to vote. Belgium gets 8 there, 10 for Switzerland, and the 12 to Yugoslavia. So back up to 4th it goes again. And Sweden not getting anything either this time. Adam from Sweden, next one up. Norway gets 8. 10 points for Sweden, and the 12 goes to Belgium. Belgium 31 points behind Switzerland at the moment. It's looking like it's going to be between those two. Sweden is quite far behind the rest. Or, well, those two, basically. Turkey with a 7 there. Cyprus moves ahead of Spain for 6th. Yugoslavia up into 4th again there from Elendil's votes. And the 12 to Spain, so Spain up into, a tie for 5th with Turkey. So some constant movement there. Marin from Croatia, our next voter. Denmark is now into the hundreds. Got 8 points for Norway, 10 for Yugoslavia, who's now tied for 3rd. And Turkey gets the 12. Sweden's getting a lot of zeros. It's either getting like a lot of points or 0 points. So it could lose its 3rd place here. Anin, and it loses its 3rd place here actually. Yugoslavia moves ahead. 8 points to Luxembourg, 10 for Finland, and the 12 to Switzerland, who've put some further distance down to Belgium again. Empo, our next voter. These are the first points. Portugal moves ahead of Iceland there. We've got an 8 for Spain, 10 for Belgium, and the 12 to Iceland there. So Iceland moves up into 13th with their debut song, of course. Duncan from Vietnam up next. A lot of points on the right side of the scoreboard there. Germany closing in on the 100 mark. 8 points for Sweden, puts it back up into 3rd. 10 for France, that's very left field. And the 12 to Belgium, so Belgium closing in on Switzerland a little bit again. Kane 78, next up, voter number 44. First points there. A lot of them on the right side. Sweden gets 8, 10 for Spain, and the 12 to Turkey. I mean, it's a very close battle all the way from 3rd to 6th, basically. 12 points in it between those. Changes around all of the time. Brera Bella, next up. Cyprus and Norway having a little bit of a switcheroo down there. Netherlands gets a big 10. And the 12 to Belgium, who is now only 26 points behind Switzerland. And now Pastel Neon Lights is next. United Kingdom moves ahead of Germany there. Still both of them yet to reach 100. Switzerland gets 10. And the 12 to Germany, who's now up above 100 and ahead of Denmark as well. Michael from Israel, next voter. A lot of points at the bottom there. Israel moves ahead of Austria for 16th. Turkey gets 10, now up into 3rd. Can't say I expected that before heading into this. Belgium gets the 12, but Turkey up in 3rd. It's great to see. Jose from Spain is the next one up. Ireland getting some points down there on its own at the bottom. United Kingdom now moves ahead of Denmark as well. Switzerland gets 10 and the 12 to Belgium. 26 points in it now. Coriander from Germany next up. Some constant movements down there, like between Yugoslavia, Sweden, Spain. They're moving around all the time. 10 points to Turkey, and the 12 to Norway, who moves ahead of Cyprus there in 7th. Aya Nation always makes me or reminds me about that, of course. Sweden up into 4th. Denmark moves ahead of UK again. 10 points to Belgium, and the 12 to Norway, closing in on 200 now. Belgium's catching Switzerland, 16 points now. Vyacheslav voting from 2021. What? I don't get that. Some points on the left side there. 8 for Turkey, 10 for Switzerland. Where's the 12 landing? Goes to Israel. Israel up into 14th. And Henny is next voter. Voter number 52. I forgot to pause in the midway part, but whatever. It is what it is. 8 points to Luxembourg, 10 for Norway, and the 12 to Belgium. Basically, there's a 100-point gap between Belgium and Turkey now, so the top two is very much set, I think. We'll just see which one ends up taking the win at the end. You, Dorian J, smiley face. A lot of points on the right side of the scoreboard here. 10 points for Cyprus there, and the 12 goes to Yugoslavia, who's now up into fourth again. Epsilon, next one. Photo number 54. Iceland now into the hundreds on their debut. Nice to see. 8 points to Turkey, 10 for Switzerland, and the 12 goes to Spain, who now moves ahead of Sweden as well. Sweden's dropping like a stone now. It's down into sixth from being third in a very distinguished third. It's very far down now. Polina from Israel gives 8 points to Belgium, 10 for Luxembourg, and the 12 goes to Switzerland. Now, Switzerland needed that to have some breathing space, I guess, downwards. And Addy Star is the next one up to vote. Some points at the bottom. France and Ireland getting a few. Iceland moves ahead of UK. Turkey gets 8. 10 for Belgium, closing in. And the 12 to Norway, who moves ahead of Sweden now as well. What? Even Norway has moved ahead of Sweden. Yeah, it's falling massively. Art Vandelay, next up from Malta. All points on the left side here. 8 points to Yugoslavia. 10 for Austria. And the 12 to Sweden. Yeah, Sweden needed that to get back in it. I mean, it's definitely out of it, but it's so weird seeing it fall from third all the way down there. I am Jerry from Singapore. Spain gets 8 points there, moves up into fifth. 10 points for Turkey, and the 12 to Switzerland. Switzerland has 26 points advantage at the moment, but we still have 35 voters to go, so that's quite a lot actually. And I'm not. Oh yeah, it's from Cha Cha Cha, right? I see Pina Colada, so I'm just assuming. The 12, regardless, goes to Turkey. Turkey seems like it's establishing itself in that third place, which I did not expect. It's nice to see. We have E from Ecuador, constant presence in the voting sessions. 8 points to Switzerland there, 10 for Turkey, and the 12 goes to Belgium. So Belgium now 26 points behind, I think. And J. Carteles, our next one. Wow, a lot of points on the right side of the scoreboard there. 8 points to Cyprus, 10 for Portugal, who's closing in on the 100 mark, and the 12 to Belgium, who's closing in on Switzerland there. We're gonna have a battle for the win, I think. I think so. Bruno from Brazil, next up. Voter number 62. We got 8 points for Yugoslavia, a 10 for Cyprus, who is closing in on Norway, and the rest there, actually. Norway gets the 12, though, and Norway moves all the way up into fourth with that 12. The battle for fourth down to eighth is just massively close. Andrew B, next up. After Andrew, we only have 30 voters to go. 10 points to Switzerland there, and the 12 to Norway. Norway putting distance down to Spain, Yugoslavia, and the rest there. Minne from Israel, next up. Ireland getting 7 there, closing in on the Netherlands in the battle for last place. 8 points to Belgium, 10 for Turkey, and the 12 to Finland, who is now in the hundreds, tied with Israel. Siberian Eurofan, welcome. Some points there. Yugoslavia making moves. Sweden as well with that 8. 10 points to Turkey, and the 12 goes to Spain. Spain up into 5th. Is it pronounced Angel or Angel? Ruiz. I think it's Angel, right? I'm not sure though. Spain gets 8, 10 for Switzerland. If Belgium gets the 12, we have a tie. We do indeed have a tie for the top two. Wow. Whew. It's gonna be a close one. Philippa from Portugal. 5 points to Belgium. 8 points to Sweden and 10 to Denmark, and the 12 to Switzerland, who's back up in the lead. Back up in the lead. Joni from Finland. 6 points to Switzerland. If Belgium gets something big, then it's going to change again, you know. 8 points to the UK there. 10 for Belgium. 3 points in it. And the 12 goes to Germany there. Germany a bit on their own, or I guess Denmark is kind of close to it. Group, next voter up. Let's see where my points landed. I have kind of forgotten. Belgium currently in the lead, but it's not going to stay there because I gave 8 points to Switzerland. I remember that much. Sweden with a 10, and my 12 went to Valentino, who's now up into 4th. 30 points behind Turkey. Turkey seems to have kind of a grip on 3rd. Alipan shot through the wonderful name. 8 points to Germany, 10 points to Finland, and the 12 to Portugal. Unexpected, but moves ahead of Austria there for 16th. It's very close, like all of those places there on the right side as well, all the way down to France, basically. And then the bottom 3 is very, very much set, it seems. Vladimir Pintsovsky seems to like the entire bottom 3, though. Yugoslavia gets 10, and the 12 to Luxembourg. A lot of songs at the top there not getting anything. Liechtenstein from Liechtenstein, our next voter. Austria gets 5, moves up 2 places with that. 8 points to Turkey, 10 for Sweden, and the 12 to Netherlands. Where did that come from? Just out of nowhere. But alright. Oz from Israel. Next voter. Like, look at the Portugal, Israel, Austria battle there. UK is in that as well, I guess. France closing in on 100 now. Let's see if they'll get there. 10 points to Switzerland and the 12 to Belgium. Only 9 points separating them. 9 points. 20 voters to go. It's still a lot of points to hand out, of course. Spain, Sweden, and Norway just doing their casual, crazy switcheroo with the positions, of course. Turkey gets 10 here. And the 12 to Belgium, who is now up in the lead. Woohoo! 3 points ahead. Cecilia, let's see where these ones land. Switzerland getting 3, so now we have a tie, but maybe Belgium gets something big. We'll see. 8 points to Spain. 10 points to Cyprus. And the 12 to Belgium, indeed. So Belgium now 12 points ahead in the lead. But, you know, things can change very fast. We know that. Sintra Lover from Portugal. Switzerland only getting 1 point. Switzerland only getting 1 point. 8 points to Belgium. 10 points for Germany. And the 12 to the Netherlands. Again, like the Netherlands just getting 12s out of nowhere. Alexander from Wales, our next voter. Belgium gets 4. Switzerland needs something big here to really, like, tag along with them. 8 points to Turkey, 10 for Sweden, who's up into 4th there. And the 12 goes to Norway. Nothing for Switzerland there. 23 points behind now. Bro, for everyone. Okay. Right, I see what you did there. 8 points to Spain, 10 for Cyprus. Where's the 12 going? It's going to Belgium again. Is it over? It's pulling away a little bit now. Dodo from Germany. Let's see what your impact on the voting will be. I just want it to be exciting. That's basically all I care about. I like all of the songs at the top anyway. But I just want some excitement. 12 points to Switzerland, catching up with 2 points there. Beba, our next voter. Israel moves out of Portugal. 8 points to Turkey. 10 points to Belgium. Where's the 12 landing? Goes to goes to Netherlands for some reason. Hi, yeah. Andy, see where your points land. Only 1 point to Belgium there. We have an 8 for Iceland. I have a 10 for Turkey, and the 12 goes to Switzerland. Yeah, Switzerland needed that to catch up a little bit. 32 points behind now. Zuna, voter number 82 out of 93. Cyprus moves ahead of Yugoslavia there. 8 points to Turkey. A 10 for Norway. Norway's definitely like just sneaked up there, and it's currently in 4th. Belgium gets the 12. That's pretty big. That's pretty big for them. Zach from America. Next one. Yeah, some points there at the top. 8 points to Belgium. 10 points to Switzerland. And the 12 to Sweden. And now we only have 10 voters to go. What are we predicting? Are we predicting a Belgium win? Or do you think Switzerland has it? Or could do it, basically. Mene gives some smaller points to both of them. 1 more to Belgium, though. 8 points to Turkey. 10 points to Spain. And the 12 to Norway. Norway up into 4th. Ireland is, wow, so dead last. I can't believe it. Aret, next voter. Belgium pulling away a little bit more here. 4 more points than Switzerland there. 10 points to Spain. And the 12 to Sweden. So Sweden and Norway now currently tied for 4th. Grumpy Xer Cat. 5 points to Switzerland. 8 points to Cyprus. A 10 for Sweden. Up into 4th again. And the 12 to Norway, who takes back 4th. Nothing for Belgium there. But still, I mean, it's 36 points. We have 7 voters to go. It's a big ask. It is indeed. I mean, obviously everyone else is out of it. It's basically only Switzerland that can catch Belgium. But then Belgium needs to get a 0 here. But Felipe gives it 12, so I think that's probably it. It's 38 points. That's a lot to catch up on only 6 voters. Fir from Bhutan, the first of those. Belgium gets 7, Switzerland gets 5. It's over. Sorry, everyone who supported Switzerland. 10 points to Turkey there, and the 12 to Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia catching Cyprus a little bit in the battle for 7th. They've kind of tailed off from the top 6 a little bit, though. Crimson, next one to vote. Sweden moves ahead of Turkey there in the battle for 4th. 8 points to Yugoslavia. 10 for Turkey. And the 12 to Finland, who moves ahead of United Kingdom there. 4 voters left. Buvka Maslana, who was, of course, originally the lost voter. So these would have been the lost or final results if we hadn't allowed the extra time. 10 points to Norway, moves up into 4th again, and the 12 to Netherlands. So these would have been the final standings unless we didn't allow the final voters to get in. Cosmic Summers being one of them. And these are Cosmic Summers points. There's a lot of points for Netherlands all the time for whatever reason, I don't know. France as well gets some points here. A 10 for Switzerland. It's too little too late. And the 12 to Spain. Who's very much on its own in 6th now. Semi from Albania, our penultimate voter. Germany cracking into the 200s there. France moving ahead of Austria. 8 points to Turkey, 10 for Luxembourg, who's very much on its own as well. And the 12 to Cyprus. Cyprus and Yugoslavia are going right down to the wire with this. Norway and Sweden doing the same. And the final voter, Oeg. UK moves out of Finland on the final votes here. Finland takes it back. 10 points to Belgium. And the 12 goes to France. Okay. These are the final results. These are the final results. So let me know what you think of them. We have basically Ireland finished dead last. 57 points. I can't believe it actually finished 4th in real life. Like, what? But yeah, Ireland finished last. Austria finished in 19th on 119 points, which I think is pretty harsh if I'm completely honest from my personal opinion. Portugal in 18th on 125. Netherlands in 17th on 127. We have a tie for 15th between Israel and France on 131. United Kingdom in 14th, 151. Finland in 13th on 157. Iceland in 12th on 174, and Denmark finished 11th on 194. Only 10 points behind the top half. Germany in 10th on 204, 50 points behind Luxembourg in 9th on 254, and then almost a 100-point gap to the top 8. Yugoslavia, 352 points in 8th, only 1 point behind Cyprus, who finished 7th. Spain in 6th on 392, and Sweden in 5th on 413. Only 4 points behind Norway in 4th on 417. Then Turkey was 3rd, very much on its own on 464. Switzerland finished 2nd, 562, but in the end it was 55 points behind the eventual winner, Belgium, on 617. And here is the entire voting grid, which I forgot to show yesterday, but if you want to see it now, here it is. We're not going to pay too much attention on it, but something that I want to check is like the amount of, like, Netherlands got a few interesting 12s here at the end. It got 4 12s towards the end, which is just insane. But yeah, just love as well this the first voter just blanked the entire top 3 and the 5th and 6th place. Clearly not very much in agreement with the final results. 8 points to the song that finished last as well. Uh, can you refresh the page for the new voters? What? No. If you didn't if you didn't get it to the deadline, then you're not then your votes don't count. I even extended the deadline. Do you have a Discord account? Just private. Just a private one. I'm not sharing that. What would it have looked like with the new voters? Who cares? I mean, this is the votes we're gonna go for. It wasn't gonna change the winner anyway, so I mean, it's 55 points separating the win. I mean, everyone had like 30 minutes to vote, so if you missed that deadline, then I mean, then you missed your chance. I think WLGT TV channel 10 New York might actually be spoiling the winner. He did for. I've noticed this as well. I just don't know how you do it. Like this time, I even made the scoreboard invisible, so no one can access it. Either he's just very lucky with this, with his guesses. I don't know. I don't know how to change that, but if someone can access the results in advance, just don't write it in the chat. That's just all. Like that's just really mean, honestly, and disrespectful. We're all doing it for fun. It's all for entertainment. Don't if you have access to the results, don't spoil them. It's ruining it for everyone. We let a child win. Come on, guys! You should have waited 16 years for Junior Eurovision. This is against our mottos. Someone's bitter. Top 2 same as in Bergen. Indeed, that's what was 3rd in real life. I should know this, right? Oh yeah, Luxembourg was 3rd, I think. This has to be one of the most top-heavy voting sequences yet. I'm not sure. Like I'm gonna sit and count out the percentages and everything later on. But I mean, obviously the songs at the top definitely like had a big gap down to the rest. Sweden over 400 points. I need to talk to all of you. I'm listening. I'm listening. Let me hear it. Love it. Sandra Kim disqualified for being underage. Sorry, don't get it. I really don't. Well, we can't always get it. If he does it for next year too, you should just ban him if you can. Yeah, can we just all come into an agreement that if we can access the results, we don't write them in the chat because that's just so unnecessary and ruining the experience for everyone. I mean, we can't always know for sure, but I mean, if someone says that a certain song will win and it's looking likely, then maybe we will be convinced. Switzerland not winning was really disappointing. It is what it is. I mean, I like both of them. Obviously, my votes were. I think I gave Spain 12, Sweden 10, Switzerland 8, and Belgium 7. So I mean, and then I voted for Turkey and Norway as well. I voted for. I think I voted for. Did I vote for the entire top 10? I think I voted for Denmark in there somewhere. But yeah, I'm like as usual. I'm very much in alignment with the results we have here for whatever reason. This voting sequence was tense and exciting. It was for a long time. Then on the like final 10 voters, it seemed like Belgium really had it. But for a very long time, it was super exciting. Like around that time when we had like 20 voters and the top four were basically on a tie. Just love those sequences. Um, let's make sure that, of course, we have a new winner now. So I'll play Sheme la Vie for the outro. If you don't want to listen to it, you don't have to. But if you want to stick around and listen to it, then you can do that. This is the fourth time my winner is finishing second. I feel for you, Andy. Maybe next time. Maybe in 1987. Not really sure when we're gonna do the 1987 watch along. I don't think I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Like we've done it twice in a row now. I need a bit of a rest, and I need to prioritize the gym for once. I'm always like when I do these watch alongs, I have nothing like I can do nothing else on the evenings, and it just takes up my entire evening. Um, but hey ho, it is what it is. Um, I don't think no stream tomorrow, but to be on the lookout. I will announce like on the channel when the next stream will happen. But always like try to keep updated on my channel if you're interested in watching them, and basically you can, I think if you click the bell notification, if you're subscribed to the channel, if you click that bell, you will be notified when I announce when the stream will happen. So you won't miss it. Groot, we're gonna listen to J'aime la vie. Andy leaves the stream immediately. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna be closing the stream now. I'm looking forward to actually watching 1987 with all of you. It's a good year if I remember correctly. There's an absolute classic from a certain country that finished 15th in this voting. I'm sure you all know the song, but I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to some Italy coming back, and obviously Ireland has a much better song than they did this year. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing as many of you as possible for the 1987 watch along as well. Hope you enjoyed it tonight. I'm going to be leaving you now, and yeah, have a great one. Bye bye.